I walked in on a couple joining the Mile High Club and then had to sit next to them. A couple weeks ago, I flew from New York to London, which is about an 8-hour flight. I bought my tickets super last minute, so of course I ended up sitting in the last row of the plane, which was honestly fine because I had the entire row to myself. I'm a really nervous flyer, so I definitely had a little bit of pre-flight champagne. So by the time we actually took off, I really had to go. But of course there was a line for the lavatory at the back of the plane. So me already being a couple glasses of champagne deep, I was like, screw it, whatever, I'm just gonna go up to the first class bathroom. I get there and the in use slider is kind of half slit. So the door wasn't actually locked, but I couldn't tell if someone was in there and just didn't lock it all the way. So I knocked, but I couldn't hear anything over the freaking jet engines. So I tried to slowly open the door, but those things fly open. Door slides open, there's a couple in there, joining the Mile High Club. I'm just standing there the woman was too stunned to speak. And they're like, oh my God, shut the door. Excuse me, you're using a public bathroom to do that. Why are you yelling at me? They didn't even lock it. So I'm like, oh my God, I shut the door and I start walking back to my seat. I'm like, there's another woman coming up to use the bathroom. I'm like, don't go in there. There are people in there doing you know what. The flight attendant kind of hears me and is like, is everything okay? I didn't want to throw them under the bus, but I had to pee. I told the flight attendant what was going on in there. I know it's something that happens. I don't like being a snitch, but come on. We're on an 8-hour flight. You can't wait. The flight attendant is like, okay, don't worry. We'll take care of it. There's an air marshal on this flight, which I didn't even realize that was a real thing. I thought that was just something that happened in that movie Bridesmaids, and it was just a bit. So I use the bathroom at the back of the plane. I go back to my seat. I mean, I'm already not happy to be on a plane, but I'm like, okay, at least I have this whole row to myself. I can just try to chill out and forget about it. Nope. The couple from the bathroom, they got kicked out of first class and taken to the back of the plane where they took the 2 seats beside me. And the air marshal sat in the row across from them. I'm just really? Could this get any worse? They realize it's me and we're all just kind of okay, we are only an hour into this flight. We're gonna all have to sit next to each other for the next 7 hours. Let's try to not make this weird. We kind of start talking. I'm like, yeah, sorry, but also they were actually super nice. Turns out they were on their honeymoon. So I kind of felt bad. They were super apologetic. They were like, look, we took spicy cubes before we got on the flight. I was like, oh, I see why we had a problem. I was like, yeah, I take them too, but maybe don't do that before you get on an 8-hour flight. Wait until you're in your hotel. The marshal actually ended up letting me take their first class seat, which again, I felt bad about, but they were super nice. They were like, no, go take it. We are so sorry that we traumatized you. So yeah, I got to fly first class. And I know the effects of spicy cubes are strong, but don't take them before you get on a flight. I'm begging you, please.